why do you think that Goya is important in 21st century?
Well, because I would say that not his work as a court painter, but when he was able to express, to convey his inner thoughts,
Yeah.
he became, one of the most important painters, I think, in Western art. When the way how he still conveys to a modern sensibility this sense of despair, these uncertainties about the modern life, the cruelty of war. That was make him a very modern artist.
But do you think there are two Goyas?
Well, I wouldn't say that there are two Goyas, but I think that Goya has the possibility of express himself in two different ways and for two completely different audiences. When he was portraying the king, or he was working for the king or the court, of course he had to follow the conventions of the art of the court. When he was working for himself, and he had the chance, the possibility of working for himself, what he did mostly through his prints, there is when he could express what he thought about different, aspects of daily life.
And how many paintings of Goya do you have?
At the Prado?
Yes.
I think there are around 120 something.
Ah, lucky you. Merci. So what's in the head of Goya when he makes a portrait of people? Because there's a lot of sarcasm, he has a dark soul, but in the same time he paints his soldiers, his noble family. What do you think he thinks?
Well, I think that he was an artist, he was a human being, and he made his profit painting portraits, and so he did portraits of almost everybody. When he was portraying a king, he did it in a completely different way than when he was portraying his friends or his inner circle. So that explains the many differences.
Is it for money, or does
Well,
he really
he was not a wealthy man, so he made his salary working for the king and the court for many years.
Yes.
And among his many duties.
But do you think he's mocking them in a way?
Well, sometimes one is tempting to think so. When he looks at, for instance, the family of Charles IV, I don't know. But it's amazing. But the problem is that's what we think from the 21st century. But how these sitters perceive that paintings, because we don't know about any complaint about these portraits that for us,
seem a bit ridiculous.
A bit ridiculous, but not. It's not just that we don't know any complaint, but he was awarded for these portraits, and he became even more and more important within the hierarchy of the court painters. So the sitters were happy with these paintings. Why? Probably they were not the most intelligent human beings, but it's hard not to look at the king and the queen in this portrait and don't see that he's making mockery of all of them.
Yeah.